Good morning, Roll Gang, and welcome on inside to a fresh episode of the Weekday Wake and Bake. I am your host this morning for this beautiful Motivational Monday episode of the show. Super fucking excited to share some of these motivational quotes that I found on the internet for the motivational fuel they can provide us this week, Roll Gangsters. We've got a fresh week of Weekday Wake and Bakes in store for y'all, starting it off with Motivational Monday, because after all, we are blessed to have awoke, so we are blessed to have a smoke. So without further ado, without any delay at all, let's get on into this episode officially. Welcome on in, all the Roll Gangsters, to another episode of the Weekday Wake and Bake. We go live every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, with some cannabis content and a joint to smoke with you guys, because I absolutely love to smoke some weed, and I also absolutely love the Roll Gangsters, so might as well sesh and wake and bake together every weekday morning. If you guys wouldn't mind sharing the show wherever you're consuming this content, would be very appreciative, because sharing is caring after all, and we would love to be able to sesh with all of your friends. So if you wouldn't mind posting it on their news feeds, that's how we can grow the sesh, because the more the merrier here on the Weekday Wake and Bake. Major shout out to the sponsors of the show, because they make it happen for the Weekday Wake and Bake, and also help out the Roll Gangsters along the way. First and foremost, the first ever cannabis college, Amsterdam University. My proud alma mater and the official place to go to claim your stake in this budding industry. If you guys are trying to learn how to grow some top shelf cannabis in your very own home, you got a pack of weed that's got a whole bunch of seeds in it, and you want to learn how to turn those seeds into some top shelf cannabis, use promo code Rolling Spoon for 10% off your tuition over at Amsterdam University's home grow course, and claim your stake in this budding industry today. And this episode is also brought to you by the handy dandy Rolling Spoon Cannabis Multi-Tool. All these shows are airing on the Rolling Spoon channels on social medias, but what is the Rolling Spoon? Well, it's this little plastic spoon that is specifically utilized to help procure your cannabis from your grinder to your paper or your bowl piece, helping keep your fingers clean in your romantic rolling ritual, and giving you a nice hand in the process. Got to love my Rolling Spoon Cannabis Multi-Tool, helping me to roll a dime every time on every episode of the Weekday Wake and Bake and beyond. Major shout out to Amsterdam and the Rolling Spoon Cannabis Multi-Tool. But anyways, Roll Gang, I am going to finish rolling up this absolute dimer of my Cali weed gelato, and then we are going to spark up and smoke while we get into these motivational quotes. So every Monday is Motivational Monday, which means we like to break down some motivational quotes to get our fuel going for this, to tackle this week work of adversity. It's a brand new work week, and we've got to get the fuck after it, Roll Gang. So that's why I collected a whole bunch of motivational quotes, and we can have a smoke while we get motivated this Monday morning. Beautiful Monday morning here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Hopefully the weather's going to start to change this week, get a little bit warmer, get some heat back up in this city of Las Vegas. But anyways, let's spark up this joint. The first quote we have on this Motivational Monday episode of the Weekday Wake and Bake is actually from Winnie the Pooh. That's right, one of my first influences ever, Winnie the Pooh, one of my role models from when I was tiny, says, "People say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day," says Winnie the Pooh. People say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day. I honestly think this is a great homage to the fact that we really don't know what we're doing here. Like, the meaning of life is so ambiguous that everybody's definition is completely unique. Everybody's definition of what it's like to live a good life. Winnie the Pooh says, people say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day. And I think it's kind of like we all do nothing every day. We all do lots every day, but at the end of the day, we do everything and we do nothing at the same time. So I love this quote because let's not take this week too serious, Roll Gang. We're doing something. It's not that big of a deal, but you know, doing nothing is impossible in a way. But it's also the only thing we can do. I absolutely love this kind of circular, ambiguous quote from Winnie the Pooh, kind of reminding us to not take ourselves so seriously this week. It's a very winning method, for sure. The next motivational quote on Motivational Monday, it comes from the greatest of all time, Michael Jordan. And I do say the greatest of all time because of this quote. Talent wins games, but teamwork wins championships. And honestly, there's a giant discussion between who's the GOAT of basketball, Michael Jordan or LeBron James. And the difference between the two is Jordan won a ton of championships, and it's because he understood how important teamwork is. I think LeBron James is definitely the most talented basketball player of all time. You know, the GOAT, if your greatest just means talent. But for me, the GOAT means championships. And Michael Jordan understood that you need great teamwork to create a championship culture. And that's why I love this quote so much. Talent wins games, but teamwork wins championships. We can definitely take it from the GOAT, Michael Jordan. So the last quote before our Canna quote of the week comes from A.A. Milne. A.A. Milne says, "Rivers know, there's no hurry, we'll get there." Honestly, I think it's a really fancy way of saying, go with the flow. Let's go with the flow this week, Roll Gangsters. Rivers know, be like a river. There's no hurry. We're going to get there. We're going to get where we're going. So let's just ease our way through it, make our loving decisions, no rush, no hastiness, because being hasty is one of the biggest problem creators. So let's calculate our life. Let's roll through nice and easy. We are going to get there. Be like a river. There's no worry at all. You know, we're going to get there. No rush. And last but certainly not least is your Canna quote of the week. I wrote a particularly cannabis-friendly quote, motivational quote for you guys, just like every weekday morning. But before I read the Canna quote of the week, major shout out to Oaksterdam University and the Rolling Spoon Cannabis Multi-Toll, official sponsors of the Weekday Wake and Bake, making it happen for the show and helping out the Roll Gangsters along the way. If you are looking to claim your stake in this budding industry surrounding this amazing plant, learn more about what this amazing plant does for people, Oaksterdam University is the place to go. Promo code Rolling Spoon for 10% off your tuition, because the Rolling Spoon not only helping you get your cannabis education, but helping you to roll a dime every time. So last but certainly not least, your Canna Quote of the week, written by yours truly, Processor Sky. This world is like a joint. From spark to roach, it's best to live life one rip at a time. This world is like a joint. From spark to roach, it's best to live life one rip at a time. So take a nice big fat rip out of it today. Don't vaporize tomorrow's weed. Nice, slow, and steady rip on today's joint, because we gotta get after it, Roll Gang. We only get one March 6th, 2023 ever. So let's make it a great one. Let's make it a great week, Roll Gangsters. Hopefully you guys are motivated. I certainly am, to go and tackle this week's worth of adversities. Absolutely love you guys tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow for a Terpene Tuesday episode of the show, breaking down a brand new strain of something funky here in the Nevada market. Gonna give it a strain review and a full score on the RSRS, the Rolling Spoon rating scale, out of 100. Really fucking pumped to see you guys tomorrow and break down some of the greatest herb in the state. But anyways, love you guys, Roll Gang. It has been an awesome motivational Monday. I'm going to go finish this joint and go to work, baby. Let's go get it. Mwah. Love you, Roll Gang.